Hey, very good.
Good morning and welcome to episode 1848 of Hard Factor. It is Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor. Wes, you're up first today. What you got?
I got some predictions. A famous clairvoyant, and we're going to talk about one of her predictions that is supposed to come true.
Asparagus lady?
Huge
No,
news.
it's not. It's not the asparagus lady. It's not the asparagus lady.
Massive headline story.
Yep, huge news, and it's all going to happen this Friday, apparently.
Okay.
So it's coming up.
Right.
We got to talk about it. Yeah, it's important. Yeah,
Clairvoyant.
We're gonna die on the moon.
she's a mystic.
Clairvoyance. Find out. It's happening Friday.
She's
Mark,
from Bulgaria. She's a clairvoyant.
It's the Baba Yaga.
Yeah, Baba. But you got it, Baba Vanga.
Yeah. Baba Vanga.
Baba, hubba.
There's only like
Tonga.
4 or 5 clairvoyants out there. Well, I mean, true.
There's zero out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Mark, you're on deck. What do you got?
Let's just say I have Waymo news on a certain serial vehicular manslaughter in the making. A certain drive. I got Waymo. I'm talking Waymo fuck ups. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, it's not just additional news. It's Waymo news.
Waymo's back in the news, and it's not because they're driving correctly.
Right.
It's not because they're not thirsty for blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks as an AI car company. You just want to never make the headlines. Anytime you're in it, it's bad. Yeah.
Yep.
It's never good.
Like
Never
percentage
good.
wise, they're probably actually safer, but just anytime they fuck up, it's everyone's on their ass. Like me today.
They say good press or bad. All press is good press. That's what they say.
Weigh
Pat?
the press.
No, for
You'll-
driverless cars, Will.
Yeah, Waymo's
right.
all bad.
Exactly.
If you look back at just car press when the car was coming around, same deal. Just boy hit by car, man hit by car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People acting like self-driving cars won't be fucking sweet.
Yeah, those were all
nowadays.
poor
Coach
people. Those were all
murders
poor
me.
people that were complaining about that.
That Henry Ford's a Nazi, but he pumps the cars out.
I mean, one day a self-driving car, it'll be nice to have the autopilot option. You can't. It's hard to argue with that.
One day we'll
Pat.
laugh at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Pat, you're in the hole.
I got 2 big questions for you guys. These are age-old questions that I ponder constantly, and they have to do with your local sex and also music.
Local sex?
Yep.
Yeah. I like to have sex in my hometown.
Local sex.
Well,
Yeah.
technically, local sex is wherever you're at. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You can take that many
Local
ways.
to me.
Yeah.
I like my sex right here.
ASL.
yeah.
That's what I like it.
True.
Come on over.
Right here.
Wow.
It's like that. What is that? Judge Dredd, where he's like, I still like to fuck manually when she
When they
tries
did the
to
VR
press in
sex.
on him.
Yeah.
Is that Judge Dredd?
Yeah. It was him and Sandra Bullock.
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. Him and Sandra Bullock. Yeah.
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 What is this? Why don't we just have sex?
Exactly. Yeah. Sly did not want the Oculus sex. He wanted the real deal. I want to put my penis in your vagina.
And
All
then
right.
it was the same thing where he had to
Sandra.
wipe his ass with seashells. And he's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, yeah.
Right. The seashell toilet. That's a great movie. Demolition Man. Check it out. Speak.
It's a fun one, Pat.
It's a cult classic.
Yeah.
It's a cult classic. You can put it that way. Probably like a 40-something on Rotten Tomatoes, but worth the watch. And then speaking of movies, I've got a segment called "The Hills Have Eyes," and it's all about Appalachia, as we talked about on yesterday's show. Appalachia can get crazy, and it did. 3 examples.
Hills Have Eyes remake was fucked up.
Yeah, I bet. The Hills Have Eyes 1 was fucked up.
Those movies are fucked up.
Yeah. Is that
It's
kind
tough
of
because eyes is like Wes, right? It's got an S on the end of it, so it's already kind of plural, you know. So it's like when you want to do the sequel, the eyes, Hills of Eyes is.
Yeah, this
Well, the
Hills
U's
still
have
have
it.
eyes.
the hills have a second set of eyes?
Yeah.
Missed that one.
True.
The Hills got glasses.
Anyways, we'll talk about it.
What happened in 1848?
That's it.
Yeah, what happened?
I'll tell you guys. A lot of revolutions. Okay, ever heard of the French Revolution, where King Louis Philippe was kicked out, abdicated? Ever heard of that shit?
That was when they were bringing like the trebuchets out to the streets and just
The
chopping their heads
guillotines.
off. Guillotines.
Yeah.
Guillotines.
Yeah. There was revolutions in France, in the
They
Austrian
were
Empire.
hurling people over.
They were hurling them into the guillotines.
Yeah.
The poor people like raised up right against the bourgeoisies.
That's their
right, Louis.
launching the heads
Yeah.
after they chopped them off.
Yeah.
They
were pissed.
Communist Manifesto was published. That's pretty good.
Wow, what a year.
And most importantly, guys,
That makes sense though. When they're chopping the bourgeoisies' heads off, that's a good year to drop.
gotta
the
write
Commie
about this.
Manifesto, right?
Yeah.
That's perfect timing by the Commie Manifesto. Was that Marx or somebody who did that?
that was Marx and Engels, Friedrich
Wow.
Engels and Karl Marx with a K.
timing
Most
on
importantly,
that.
guys, the gold rush kicked off. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dude, 48 fucked.
Yeah, 49 fuck too. Also, the Seneca Falls Convention, if you've ever been to Seneca Falls, where the movie It's a Wonderful Life was shot. That's where the women got together and they started the women's rights situation that ended up in suffrage.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Well, several years later, but yeah, I mean, we're heating up right now.
That's
You
the
know
show,
where we're headed.
1848.
You know where we're headed after the 1850s. So it's about to get crazy.
Yeah.
Slavery's still going.
That's a little tough.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of underground railroad that's not making the headlines yet.
That's right.
We'll get
All right, let's get to this this psychic, this mystic, this clairvoyant. Let me ask you guys a question. I want you to do something for me, okay? Close your eyes for me. Now, do you get any kind of clairvoyancy or like mystical powers when you close your eyes?
No.
What do you see?
Nope.
Nothing?
Mostly just
Stars.
darkness. And then
Darkness.
I think it's because I have the beginning stages of glaucoma, but then flashing lights, it's just like,
Could be
I see-
a frying pan under your balls.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I didn't do it today though. So couldn't.
I see old porn scenes a lot when I close my eyes.
Joe Jameson, where the boys
one-
aren't.
One woman, as Will said, Bulgarian Baba Vanga, allegedly, she gets powers when she closes her eyes. Well, actually, as you can see, she's always got her eyes closed because she's blind.
Whoa,
I don't-
yeah,
I'm not-
yeah.
Why are her? Is
dude,
I
that
don't
a-
know if she has eyes, to be honest.
burned
No.
by acid or what's
Yeah.
going on there?
They look
She's
sewn
like a-
shut.
She's like that character. Is it in Princess Bride? The blind woman? I don't know. Anyway, Baba is credited with several accurate predictions that have shaped our world, including 9/11, COVID-19, Barack Obama, the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami that killed 230,000 people, Barack Obama. She predicted all that shit, allegedly before she died in 1996. And according to the nut that wrote this article, Chris Malore, Baba Vanga even foretold her own death correctly, revealing that she would die on August 11th, 1996 at the age of 85. Yeah.
That's easy.
I think she predicted it on the morning of August 11th after feeling not so great. You know?
Right. Yeah. Or you just, you can really time that one,
Yeah.
She
especially when
predicted
you're-
it as she was falling off a cliff.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
With the cyanide pill in her hand, she predicted
I
it.
did it again.
Yeah.
For my last trick.
So her most famous one, perhaps, is the prediction of 9/11, and it's because of this quote
Right.
that says, "quote American brethren will fall after being attacked by the steel birds. The wolves will be howling in a bush, and innocent blood will be gushing." Okay, so if you want to go deep into that,
Birds is planes.
steel birds is planes. American brethren,
So
the World
that
Trade
gets-
Centers, the
that
twins, right?
Credit for
And Bush as George W. Bush as the bush. The wolves are in the bush.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like Nostradamus, like it's not directly.
No, it's
exactly
worse
the
than
same.
Nostradamus because she didn't even write her
just
shit
says
down.
No, she just says gibberish, and once in a while,
Yeah.
one
How
of them,
much does this
they
lady
can
talk
link
and
the
write?
gibberish to a current event.
She also predicted Princess Diana's passing with this quote: "Princess will explode in a tunnel. Limo had a bomb on it. The man with fat fingers killed the princess.
Okay,
His
way
name is
better.
Charles."
Way better.
That's pretty
good.
accurate.
Yeah.
That's good. Did she
That was-
say that exact way?
Yep, she said it that exact way. Yeah.
Yeah.
With her eyes closed.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
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 Now
That
I'm
one
a
was
little
good.
sold.
It was pretty
Did
good.
she say this the day after she died or before?
She said it before. All of their predictions are before, Pat. Because
No, Wes made that last one up, Pat.
Yeah.
What about what
Shit.
what about what did she say about COVID?
Here's the thing about pretty much all of her
She
predictions.
died
Mark.
before of all.
They just
of
are
it, right?
poems
So-
that kind of can be interpreted.
No, it's her niece claims she never writes anything
her
down.
niece
The family
claims it?
member.
She never
yeah,
writes
she's
any
like-
shit down. She never wrote any shit
This-
down.
This
It's-
is like the gold tablets. This is
Yeah,
why nobody
her
believes
niece-
Joseph Smith. This is. I mean, that's.
They're like, oh, COVID-19. Yep, Baba. Yeah, she predicted that one. She said something about COVID. You know, as they're
Oh, it's
eating
just like a
you know.
wives' tale at their. Okay.
Oh, she's. It's all bullshit.
she's scheming it up while she's cooking borscht. This is crazy.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
not.
bullshit.
She's a nut. Yeah. So you know, the people close to Baba and taking care of her were astonished by her powers. Others simply saw her as a crazy old blind lady who wouldn't shut up and said weird
Right.
shit all the time.
Sure, she can see the future, but she can't wipe her own ass. That's my
Right.
job.
Yeah, we got a spoon
So
feeder.
So her niece got a great marketing idea while wiping Baba's, taking
Yeah.
care of Baba.
Her niece Krasimira Stoyanova is the one who would tell of her predictions. Again, no written records of her predictions.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd think
Yeah.
she'd
Right.
know if she was going to miss the toilet, but no.
Yeah.
9/11 though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nailed
So
that one.
you
You didn't hear it? The wolves in the bush.
Steal birds, Baba. Now, according to this article, this blind nut job, R.I.P. Baba. Please don't haunt me or anything. Predicted that in 2025.
Anybody had the power to.
Yeah.
He looks real haunt.
I mean, she looks. If someone who looks like a mystic, she certainly fits the part. I mean, she's
True.
like you. They're like, you got to be a mystic.
Ancient kings would have assumed that she could tell
Yeah.
them the future. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, according to the article, the next thing that she predicts that's important is that in 2025, aliens would finally stop being so goddamn elusive and reveal themselves in a manner that would absolve the question of their existence. Okay. So what is going to happen?
Is it gonna
Now,
happen?
if you watch the new doc on Amazon Prime, Will, did you watch it yet? Age of Disclosure.
No, because you still have to rent it, and I'm just not that.
It's worth it. You'll know that aliens do exist, but are still hiding like little bitches and still making those who claim they're real seem crazy, like we do to Will every time he puts up some grainy AI spaceship video. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you're. I know you told me that you were basically it got you off the fence. Now you're like, yeah.
No, I
these
mean,
things are crazy.
I was never so arrogant to believe that we were the only things in this universe, but there's some
You're
stuff
telling
that
me
I had never
they
heard.
got the goods. They got the goods.
They got the goods and they got credible sources.
I think the majority of people that don't believe in UFOs believe that there's potential life in the infinite galaxy, just that it's not right above us.
Right,
here.
exactly. Or here. Right. So
And some of the reason I don't believe that they're necessarily here is because I do believe that maybe we have like recovered technology, and that the story of them being here is just to cover for testing and research and development.
that is a popular theory. But again, some of the stuff that's revealed in that movie is crazy. Just check it out.
All right.
Anyway,
Well, I mean, if we already got a thing going with these guys,
you know
just
what else
reveal it,
doesn't-
it'd be nice.
You know what else doesn't help them is all of the nuts that clearly are lying.
exactly.
The people
Yeah.
that cry
Right.
wolf way too many times. It's like
That's
Right.
what.
But I'd love to
Bangs
see what an
and-
alien looks like. Take off the shit, the human shell. I want to see.
There was some famous philosopher that was his theory. It was like aliens don't exist because the only people that ever see them are fucking loons and like hillbillies and shit.
Right.
Now,
boy,
according
they
to
love hillbillies.
yeah. Now, according
Harder to
to
believe because they're always drunk.
Hillbilly's got the best pussies.
Yeah, dude.
By pussies, I mean assholes.
Yeah.
We were
according to
down
this,
at the steel, and then I saw it.
You ever fucked a hillbilly asshole?
took me up
Nothing
in
like
there,
it.
beamed me up. Now, according to this blind kook, this prediction ties directly into the 2026 FIFA World Cup drawing that is happening this Friday in Washington D.C. Now, again, she left no written predictions, but this is the
Aliens are
last
gonna
chance.
draw a group or something. How's
Yeah.
this happening?
It says the last prophecy of, and it has to happen in 2025 to make it real, because that's what they claim. She predicted 2025 that humans will make contact with alien.
She's running out of time.
She described a UFO that would appear like a quote new light in the sky over the event, allowing humanity to meet extraterrestrials for the first time, bringing the world answers instead of fear. Moreover, it was predicted to take place during a major sporting event, and people from around the world would be able to see it. Although Baba Vanga never revealed which sporting event this would happen at.
Well, there aren't any major ones left this year. So
exactly.
So fuck off, Baba Jonga.
Well, a lot of people
watches the World Cup draw.
No, a lot of people watch the World Cup drawing. It's going to be the most watched.
Get out of here.
Because all 48 teams, yeah, they do.
Draw.
They do. It's a huge thing.
Let's look at what are the numbers on this thing over the years. You can just look up the World Cup draw. Like
300 million people worldwide are expected to watch the draw live, a number that past World Cup draws, including the ceremony in 2006, have consistently reached or surpassed. Okay,
yeah, but
seems high.
That's worldwide, and no one enjoys
worldwide.
It.
Right, but they're saying this is the last big sporting thing that is going to happen in 2025 where these aliens.
I don't know.
It could happen over the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight.
I'd say that might have some more eyes on it.
The biggest event left this year
because it's a European, and Jake Paul's worldwide. As we
now, if it doesn't happen on Friday,
get out of here.
300 million mark. Now, if it doesn't happen, if it
I
doesn't,
love soccer. I'm not watching that.
Yeah, I know, but
World Cup draw.
Get the fuck out of here.
All 48 teams are going to get together, and then the aliens are going to come down and kill everyone.
Aliens bribed
it's
FIFA.
It's just a couple of guys in suits around a television. It's not like
don't all the teams show up in the stadium and sit there?
No, it's not. They're not
that's what
like bringing the flags out.
No, not at all.
No.
Anyway,
it's a TV show.
People also say, look, if this doesn't happen on Friday, her prediction already has come true with the passage of the 3-1 Atlas, which we've all been, they're saying, listen,
they're giving her half credit for the Atlas.
They're already giving her credit for the Atlas in case this falls through.
Isn't it already gone?
No, its closest pass will be December 19th.
December 19th, Will.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Now, we all know it's a lifeless comet.
Can you imagine if Baba Jonga was right?
Yeah.
So it either happens this Friday, December 5th, right? Or
trivia December 12th.
December 19th.
Right.
Yeah. Friday. Oh, yeah. And then in between is trivia, which is the most important. Yeah. So
now a lot of people
next 3 Fridays be on the lookout for aliens.
A lot of people thought that this was going to happen. A lot of Baba believers thought this was going to happen in February during the Super Bowl. So while you were watching the game eating snacks, like a handful of Bulgarians and crazies were staring at the sky and waiting for aliens to reveal themselves, which is pretty funny to think about. Yeah. So, keep your eyes peeled over DC. Yeah. Where are they? Yeah. So
they are almost here. I can feel it.
This Friday, DC is kind of her last chance to vindicate herself, even though she's already dead, and won't hear anything.
You mean her niece, right?
Her niece,
because I mean, her niece made these predictions.
Well, this is like a pastor that says the end of the world's coming, and then they're like, oh no, I was wrong, and it's coming next year.
Her niece will cook up something for 2026. She found another rambling.
Yeah.
That was just a test of our faith, and you passed.
So, yeah.
I mean, they got statues of this fucking nut job over there. Look at her. She's just blind and predicting bullshit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Come on, Croatia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, there you go.
Okay.
Big news, Baba Vanga.
Well, hey, that was an interesting story. We'll keep an eye out for the aliens and all that.
Got to.
Too bad she's not around anymore, that weirdo. So Waymo hates cops, or at least has absolutely no respect for them whatsoever. Whoever's the head programmer over there must loathe cops. I don't know what happened, but remember we talked about the illegal U-turn at the DUI checkpoint recently. The cops pull over the Waymo. They can't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
No tickets. Yeah.
The Waymo doesn't answer any questions.
Right. It's real quiet. Didn't blow. Well, this week, Waymo just straight drove through a police standoff, not giving a fuck. There you go.
Like a standoff with someone else?
No, like cars were pulling over a felon that was fleeing. And there was a police chase. They ended the police chase.
There's like 10 police cars.
Yeah,
It could have provided cover for the criminal.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
the criminal could have hopped in. That's a loss.
Was that Shane Timothy or Timothy Shane?
It might have
Wait,
been.
so it just
Or the
it
coach.
just drove straight through.
Yeah,
drove straight through
everyone
the
stopped.
crime scene.
Everyone's taking cover besides the cop cars and then the one car of the Los Angeles felon who was in a vehicular chase that ended there. And the Waymo just cruises on by, takes a left turn. Everyone's down. The cops are screaming at the Waymo to get the fuck out of the way. It can't hear them. Doesn't have ears.
Right, no ears on the Waymo, unfortunately.
And it just kept on cruising.
It's crazy, dude.
So I mean that's classic Waymo. Oh, and then I found while I was doing that story, I found a local story, just like I like my sex. And in
right here.
right here in Austin, it's getting so out of hand because we have a shitload of Waymos as we talk about a lot on the show. That there have been at least 19 reports of Waymos just driving around and blowing by buses, stopping to let kids off at school stops.
That is going to be an ugly scene one day.
Dude, that's fucked up. People are just putting their kids to school in a Waymo.
No.
No.
They're blowing through the stop sign that the buses put out that cars are supposed to stop at till the kids cross the street.
Oh, they're not coded to stop at a bus stop?
Nope. They go right
Dude,
around.
what the
they
fuck?
Speed up. man.
How is that legal for them to be on the street?
Well, that's
big
what the
problem.
Austin ISD is saying. Austin ISD, the school department, has requested that all Waymos just not operate during school opening and closing hours, to which Waymo executives said, yeah, right. You know how many people go to the airport in the morning?
Yeah.
Right. But this is something, I mean, the city should have tested that. Like with
So it's
the
every
cops
city, obviously.
and
It's every city. But
every
in
city that
Austin-
Waymo's allowed in, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Waymo's not in every city.
It seems
No,
like it'd be
every
pretty
city's
easy to
allowed and just blows by buses.
code
That's
this, right? Because a bus is a bright color, which is pretty easy for a camera to identify, right? And it's very different than any other vehicle.
And the fucking
So-
stop sign flashes, and it's a stop sign.
Waymo gets very impatient. They clearly coded
Police
Waymo
are-
to go
are
around
also-
stopped vehicles, like in case one had a
Easy to
flat tire or they ran out of gas. They decided to code going around a vehicle, but they didn't
Yeah,
code
but-
buses in.
School bus and police car, very important ones to code in there. In
Correct.
fact, legally important because those are in the old driver's manual.
Ambulances, fire trucks, police
I
cars,
would
buses. They
imagine
forgot about the big ones.
You should have tested it to the driver's manual. You know, you should,
Right, those are all
the
like-
Waymo clearly didn't have to pass a driver's test.
Those are all really right on the test. They're like the first questions. Like,
Okay.
hey, if there's a police standoff, do you drive through it? And that's usually you answer no on the on the driver's test, right? And then they have a picture of the stop sign usually on the driver's test, and they're like, when this is up, what do you do? And
Yeah,
then you just
they do.
wait.
But they do
One of the
pull
key
over
questions, yeah.
if a cop gets behind them, right? They'll pull over.
They will pull over, but if the
They will.
cop is just like probably helping someone on the side of the road, it's gonna go right around.
Yeah, we got places to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was a cop, dude, I would lights and sirens every time I'm behind Waymo just to watch it pull over and then
Yeah.
drive away. What are you gonna do about it?
Well, if I'm a bus driver, I'm definitely recording this.
Yes.
Oh yeah, well now that this information's out, I mean they have to pull these cars because the kid gets fucking run over by a Waymo and they know that this is happening. They're fucked.
Dude, bus drivers get pissed about this. I did this one time on the way to your parents' workspace. When we were working for your parents, I whipped around a school bus, and I got a letter in the mail, like an angry letter.
They get pissed.
Oh, the Waymo
And they have,
executives are getting tons of angry letters.
they have dash cams now too. Hey, Mark, I know you've been on the Waymo beat. Did you cover on the show in San Francisco? They did like a protest of Waymo where they ordered them all to like the end of a street. You covered that one, right?
Well,
Yeah.
after they killed the cat, yeah.
Yeah, they fucked them up. Yeah, they ordered
Yeah,
them
well, they
up.
destroyed him because they killed the mayor of 49th Street or whatever. And
So they need to keep doing that to
Ran
these
over the cat.
Waymos. If you
Yeah.
want to take the power back from the Waymos, you gotta do what San Francisco did. They figured out the best protest for them.
the Waymo's gonna splatter a kid and it's programmed in to go to like a car wash to get the blood off. It's like you need to go. It's like in GTA, it like goes and gets painted.
It just
bleeds
burns
Yeah,
itself.
just
Yeah.
it goes into the garage.
Drives into Lake Austin. The what is a Waymo pricey?
No,
it's
it's
cheap.
cheaper.
That's why
It's
it's
cheaper because
cheap.
they have no overhead. Like so, like
why
a
it's
lot of people take them.
You know, yeah.
Let's say an Uber is $15 at this time to go to XYZ what a location, it's going to be like $10 for, it's like 30 to 40% cheaper.
Right. And same thing with like
Yeah.
the Tesla taxi or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
And you don't have
driverless
to tip it, Pat, so
taxis
it's
are
significantly cheaper.
You don't have to tip it. Yeah, that's right. That's a cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, those robots, they don't live on tips like American workers.
I actually had a funny story about not tipping a Uber driver from this weekend. Yeah,
You didn't tip
if you have time.
Yeah,
on
what happened?
purpose?
Well, not on purpose. Went to the UT A&M tailgate and had like a 50-pound bag with a bunch of pre-made drinks and ice, like pink panty droppers and stuff, and had this heavy bag. So we got
40
there like
years old.
exactly. We get there like 3.5 hours. Well, it's fun. It's a tailgate. We got there, brought a bunch of cups for everyone, bunch of solo cups for everyone. And so we get there, and it's 3.5 hours before the game, but there's people out there, obviously, right? So like we're pulling up, and we're about 8 blocks away, and our European Uber driver sees a traffic and like people walking the first crosswalk, which is like way far away from where I need to be. And he looks at it, he goes, "Oh, this is bad." He goes, "Hey, a lot of people are walking, like maybe you can get out and walk here." And I was like, "Oh, but it's 8 blocks that way and 2 blocks that way. If you could just drop us off at the 8-block part, you don't have to go down there." And he's like, "No, I'm not going to do that. Get out of the car." And I was like, "Oh, well, I don't think there's much traffic after you get past." He's like, "A lot of people walking. You can do it." He's like, "Get out of the car."
Take your pink panty droppers and get out.
Yeah.
You disgust me.
These
So I get
panties
the- I
stay
get-
where they're at.
I get the fucking bag out of the car. I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I'm like, "It's just this bag's really heavy." And he goes, "You look like you could use the exercise."
He said that?
Damn.
He said that to you?
Whoa.
He said it to me.
Whoa.
One
guy's
cent.
Smell or something?
Oh, damn.
So was that no tip?
Oh, that's a
No
big
tip.
no tip.
That's
Yeah.
no tip.
That's
He's lucky he
reporting a
didn't
sexual
We got
assault.
refunded for the drive because he said that.
Damn.
Yeah,
I would bet. I would bet
That
they
was-
refunded.
that was a fun start to the tailgate.
Thanks for that story.
Got
That's
humbled by like
Wow.
a Ukrainian refugee told me I was fat as I was walking
No.
to the tailgate.
I will not drive. Fatso.
I should have dropped you off 10 bucks ago.
Yeah.
Before
You're
you were
never
good.
making a day in the war.
I
am
am
never
never picking.
If he can't pick up a fat person, man, he's gonna have a hard time driving an Uber in fucking Austin, Texas.
What a dick.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Right after we got past that, there was no cars at all.
Mark just called an Uber home. All right, guys. There are countless hours that I've spent pondering 2 grand questions. You ready? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The first question has a more possible objective consensus answer. And it is this. Are there any pro athletes who are also successful and truly gifted in the music business? Right? Like, is there anyone that was an athlete?
Deion Sanders,
couple.
Bo Jackson, Shaquille
couple.
O'Neal.
Sure. Mark's naming a lot of these guys. Like, for example, Shaq, who released his multi-platinum album, Shaq Fu, I think it was called. No, it was called
Rowdy Piper.
Was it called Shaq Fu? Did Rowdy Piper put it on?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Come on,
for sure.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Shaq's album, Shaq Diesel. It was called Shaq
Shaq
Diesel.
Diesel.
Yeah, it went platinum and had that lead single, "What's Up, Doc? Can We Rock?" with Fu Schnickens. Came
That was
out in
a good song.
'93. Yeah, it reached 25 on the Billboard Top 200, number 10 on the R&B hip hop album charts, and it did pretty well. It shipped 1 million albums. That's pretty good. You also said Neon Dion released
Prime
Prime Time. Okay,
Yeah.
which didn't do as well. It was a year later on Capitol
What?
Records. No,
Wow,
that's true.
okay.
You guys remember the track "Must Be the Money"?
Yes.
Hey, must
Yeah.
be the money.
Not that one. Not that one. Not that one.
No, I mean I don't remember any of Dion's tracks, but I remember the album Primetime. Yeah.
A way less successful "Must Be the Money." Also, guys, Kobe Bryant put out an album
Didn't
called
know that.
Visions,
Don't remember that.
Featuring Tyra Banks.
featuring Tyra Banks in 2000. You know what was really shady is Kobe was in a rap group in high school, and obviously he came out of high school into the NBA. So Sony signed the rap group, but they didn't want the rap group. They just wanted Kobe, right? So Kobe called his boys up and said, "Boys, we got a record deal." And then Sony was like, yeah, okay, here's some money. Kobe, get in the booth.
It's just for Kobe boys. Sorry.
But yeah, guys, there's not a lot. Like, there's a lot of guys that did it. Barry Zito did it. Oscar De La Hoya, Bronson Arroyo, Bernie Williams. No big successes. Probably the most successful musician who's also an athlete, guys, is Garth Brooks. Okay, because Garth Brooks,
Right.
a lot of people don't know this, played minor league ball. Okay, he signed with the Padres for spring training in 1998, 1999.
You mean Chris Gaines?
No, it wasn't Gaines. It wasn't Gaines. It was Brooks. Okay, he also
It was
signed with the
Garth
Mets.
Brooks.
I saw a reel that said Garth Brooks is a serial killer. And then
Yeah,
all
well,
these people went missing. Okay.
I did download the audiobook Bodies in Low Places, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Serious
Apparently, a
example.
lot of missing people popped up around his concerts and where he had a farm. Yeah.
It's
I
possible
noticed
Garth
that.
Brooks
I noticed
killed.
that he hasn't been making many public apperances recently.
John
Well, he
Daly
said-
put out a few albums too.
Did he?
Yeah, it's exactly like the book said. He's got friends
John-
in low places, 6 feet under. John,
Wes, I think John Daly, you might have hit the nail on the head there. He might be the most naturally gifted human. you
well,
know,
there's
in
one
the
guy we're
world,
thinking of
potentially.
that's more gifted and more near and dear to the show.
Who's that? The Macho Man Randy Savage?
Macho Man had
That's
an
true.
album.
That's right.
The Macho Man did have an album. Now,
Also, the Super Bowl Shuffle went multi-platinum. I think it was top 10. And then I think the next year, the 49ers did a song, too, that was like top 10, but they didn't make it to the Super Bowl. Those really
Martin
don't
Hanks
count.
was just shaking his neck.
Those really don't count. But yeah, the Macho Man album had an album. Hulkamania had an album.
Yeah.
A lot of guys did. But look, the point is, no one has really done both well, right? There's so many NBA players who put out rap albums, you don't take them seriously. NFL players, the same, right? It's hard to find a consensus. But the second question, guys, it's even harder to find a consensus on. And it comes down to your local sex, okay? Now, I want you to be thinking about your local sex right now. Close your eyes and think about your local sex. Think about the scenario where you're in your prime, okay?
yeah,
And you are in control of an all-you-can sex local sex buffet. How are you going to get at the buffet, guys? Are you going to be a rock star, a famous actor, a BMOC college athlete, a pro athlete, Lane Kiffin? What's your choice going to be? You could
he's
live
doing
as
pretty
this.
good. You've seen the Kevin Viles.
Oh yeah, I saw the Kiffin videos. But you could live as one of these celebrities, okay, for a short period of time, and you can get all the local sex you want. What are you choosing?
Rockstar.
Yeah, Rockstar.
Rockstar.
I mean, Rockstar's going to have get the best results.
Roadies.
Yeah, roadies. There's the least amount of accountability with rock
Exactly.
stars.
They expect you're expected to be a whore.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and you can't get injured unless it's a sex injury.
That's right.
Yeah, Rockstar.
That's right. Brett Michaels and Tommy Lee had sex tapes with Pamela Anderson. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Right, rock star. But I've always kind of leaned towards BMOC college athlete. I'm talking the big man
Well,
on campus, guys. Because that is
I mean, if you're-
time.
Yeah, but they
That
get
is a
tied down, I
time.
think, sometimes.
Are you talking about volume or quality here? Because
Yeah.
that's a little bit different.
I'm just talking about local, buddy, farm to ass.
Talking about Jesus Shuttlesworth, that scene from He Got Game.
Yeah, I'm talking about Ricky. Did you take the money?
Yeah.
When he's banging those chicks on the recruiting trip. That's what I'm
Exactly.
talking about. I'm talking about you're the biggest man on campus, and it's all co-eds swimming around. The sex is super
Yeah.
local.
I mean, Matt Leinart probably had like the best. When you think about college athletes that had the absolute best runs for being the BMOC, Leinart
came to him,
probably.
really.
Speaking of athletes with hit songs and BMOCs, Greg Olson, when he was on the Miami Hurricanes, did you hear his song?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, what?
Big Dick
I've
Greg.
not-
Dude,
I've not heard his
Big
song.
Dick Greg's rap song was explicit, talking about banging co-eds.
Talking about the floor they lived on. It was
Yeah.
like, Clinton
Yeah, but don't those
Ford
chicks get like super jealous? Like if they like, they're in the relationship with the big man on campus, and then someone else, it gets real catty real quick, doesn't it? And then you're stuck in one location.
Yeah,
Like-
but I mean, you're still just
Rockstar.
doing this. It's okay.
Rockstar.
You got to go on the road
I
for
mean,
it.
it'd be fine. Will, you're right, but
You're gonna be great in either situation. But Rockstar, it's just like it's so much more versatile.
yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I was surprised to see the headline, okay, that multi-platinum singer and rapper, 25-year-old Tootsie, and you haven't heard of him because we're
Yes.
old and the music
Yeah.
business has changed, but
saw
Tootsie,
this.
guys, committed to play for the Syracuse Orange next season. He's playing football, boys.
He's
He's
25. Yeah.
25-year-old freshman. Yeah, it's so.
That's
funny.
right. That's right. Tootsie, man. I would
hope
love
he's
to be
good.
Tootsie.
That'd be awesome.
Tusi's coming in with he's coming in with a 5X platinum single, a 1X platinum single, 3 gold records, and a gold album. So he's rolling in it. He was on one of the main stages at Lollapalooza last year, to give you an idea, and he is gonna be tearing Syracuse up.
What position is he playing?
What is he playing? Tusi.
Wide receiver.
Well,
Wide receiver.
Yeah, Tusi played. Let's see. He was listed as a 5'6" wide receiver and kick returner in the fall of 2016 when he was in high school. His name did not appear on the 2017 roster, which would have been his senior year, but that's okay.
Can't be good after this long of a break.
Look,
yeah,
I
but
don't
the
know.
team parties are going to be so fucking
Yeah, he's
cool.
going to buy him a bus like Jordan did when he went to minor league.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
it's
great
awesome.
for everybody, especially Tusi's local sex. Okay, so look out, ladies of Syracuse.
Right. No,
'cause,
that makes sense.
It's horrible for dads of daughters in Syracuse.
Yeah, it's Tusi's campus now.
Yeah,
Could
Baton
you
Rouge and
imagine?
Syracuse, New York. It's really tough for the dads right
You're
now.
combining being a famous musician with being a BMOC at the same
man.
time. Come on, man. He's going to buy a mansion. It's going to be a sex palace.
As a freshman, he can't. He's got to
Oh, he
live
can
on
live off
campus and
campus.
bang the local tail.
Tusi,
he'll
look
get-
at Tusi's got a grill in his commitment.
He might choose
photo.
to, but yeah, he can opt. He can do
Saying,
both. He can
Yeah,
buy
I'll
himself both.
come to Syracuse. Yeah.
Anyway,
Is that how he sounds?
I
You
don't
just
know.
assuming he's like Little John?
Yeah, well, look at him.
Wait, Wes saw
Yes, it's not a Tusi song.
Well, look, it looks like he's doing the
Yeah, I'll come to Syracuse. Yeah.
He's going to be coming to Syracuse, all right. How many co-eds are at Syracuse? Damn.
Not enough.
Not enough for Tusi. Yeah.
You know what another good thing would be to those actors that get famous and they go back to like school, like they go back to NYU and some shit, like that would be pretty good too.
Like
Yeah.
Glenn Powell, who's at UT right now.
Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. 22,000 people at Syracuse, guys. 15,000 undergrads. Oh, damn.
Yeah, so that's about 7.5K eligible
Tusi might get
bachelorettes.
through all of them.
He's going to have a Rick
Tusi's-
James style mansion in Syracuse.
Tusi's Palace. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. And if Lane Kiffin gets Coach O down at LSU, you got to watch out. Everybody on campus with a vagina.
Yeah.
You got to watch out. Okay.
What a life.
Yeah. BMOCs. Okay. Taking it to Appalachia, Greater Appalachian Mountain area. We talked about it yesterday. It can get crazy in the Appalachian Trail area. It's like, look at this picture. We're gonna be talking about Ashland, Virginia, which is like
Okay.
near Richmond. We're gonna be talking about Chattanooga, Tennessee, which is like down there, like southern
Nukes.
Tennessee, and then we're gonna be talking about somewhere in Georgia. And I mean, you could probably just disappear into the woods like that football coach, never be seen again. Pretty much in all those places.
They got the U.S. Marshals after him now.
Yeah. Well, because look at that. You can't find anybody in that. Look at that map.
No, dude, Eric Rudolph was out there for months and months and months. It's the
Yeah,
only place
bring the
in-
U.S. Marshals. Good
in
luck.
the U.S. you could disappear truly.
Yeah. The hills have eyes out there, and they see you coming. So they're just going to move to the next hill.
They do have those people out there, Will. They have mountain folk out there.
Yeah. They got the moonshine stills.
Yeah.
They're out there. They're moving. They're moving around. They're mobile. And today we've been blessed with 3 Appalachian headlines that really prove how crazy that area is. Number 1, even the raccoons in Appalachia will fuck you up. Taking it over to Ashland, Virginia for the latest from WAVY Wavy TV 10 of Norfolk.
Saturday in Ashland, and according to social media posts by Hanover County Animal Protection and Shelter, a raccoon broke into the store the night of Black Friday and ransacked several shelves. They have masks, don't they? The animal became intoxicated and passed out in the bathroom. The sleeping raccoon was discovered Saturday morning.
Head right near the toilet. We've all been there probably at some point in our lives, right?
A little too much.
An
I know I
officer
have.
brought the masked
you
bandit
have,
back to
Diane.
the county animal shelter to recover. So yes, that's a lot of liqueur for a little raccoon there. The raccoon slept it off for a few hours and showed no signs of injury. Bounced back. Officers released the raccoon back into the wild.
Yeah, he was having a time, bro.
How much liqueur did you have last night, Diane? Yeah, exactly.
Now, don't do this again, you scamp.
Yeah, so no explanation really. other than that the
You
raccoon
went to
was looking-
Syracuse, Diane.
I mean,
Yeah.
dude, there's so much AI out there. Did they verify this? This could totally be false.
It could be, but it's been run by everybody, ABC, everybody. And this
It
is
would be
in
the
the store.
perfect.
The
Gotcha.
store owner reported it. So the store owner could have made this, but I think they had to like show probably to the police or whatever. They even
Is that
recovered
Dave's
the raccoon.
Discount Liquor in Ashland, Virginia? Can you believe that this happened at Dave's Discount Liquor at 555
It could be
Colonial
fake.
Highway?
Dave's Discount Liquor could have just pulled off the greatest AI stunt in the
think
history of AI so far.
Here's why I think Pat's right, because I think the raccoon would have died. Alcohol poisoning.
Maybe.
It was hard liquor.
Let's see how much.
He passed
it
out,
was.
Mark.
Yeah, lots of.
Yeah, but like if it's 25 pounds, if you consume enough to, it doesn't matter. You're going to pass out and then die. If you
At the very least, they put him next to the toilet.
right.
Okay,
They
so you
dragged
think
him over there.
humans did
Yeah.
this, knocked the raccoon out, and put him next to the toilet?
No, I think that the
it's
raccoon might
AI.
have done this, but they found him maybe in the midst of shards of glass and then put him next to the toilet.
Yeah, the
It could
toilet
just
is
be a
too
dead
great a
raccoon.
replacement.
Yeah, it could just
Wait
be
a
a dead
minute.
raccoon right there.
No, they recovered
Yeah.
the raccoon apparently.
99 bananas and Parrot Bay, Captain Morgan's. What a softie.
Yeah, this raccoon's a little bitch. And side note, did you guys know that raccoons? New studies are saying that raccoons are likely to become fully domesticated.
Yes,
soon.
I did notice
Yeah.
this and saw this, and yes,
Love that study.
yeah.
Yeah, city raccoons are already showing signs of domestic evolution, having shorter snouts, flashier coats, and smaller teeth than their rural Neanderthal cousins. The same way domesticated dogs and cats came to be evolutionary adaptations to become better at collecting scraps from humans.
Dude, I'm first in line to get a raccoon. 100%.
We know you are. Mark.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Pretty cool. Yeah.
100%.
We're still a long way off from Rocket Raccoon, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Also related news, a Georgia man was bitten on the face and hands by a raccoon inside his own car that he tried to save over this last weekend. He resorted to wrapping the diseased animal in a towel and duct tape, and then he drove it around to the different animal
Like it's a
shelters,
bomb?
It's for your own good, buddy.
freaking everyone out. And then they were all like, take it to the hospital. And then the raccoon later tested positive for rabies at the
Aw.
Chattahoochee Nature Center Hospital,
Ooh.
where it was then put down because this crazy old guy obviously picked up a rabid raccoon and then it bit him in the face.
So there's no cure for rabies. If you don't get treated for rabies, you die 100%.
Yeah. And
No,
Pat,
they-
not
they-
only that,
Yeah.
but the shots you have to take are excruciating, and like they last like 3 months. It's like getting like the pregnancy needle like 6 times in the back. Like if you know you have rabies, the process to get rid of it sucks.
You guys are correct. The authorities said that this man is a threat to the community, and that
Dude, what a rube. You let a raccoon be, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't care how much you love animals.
that's exactly what everybody's trying to tell him now. But he probably has rabies, and who knows if he can hear him.
I got bit by
and
that
then-
local dog, and I looked through the process, and I was like, I'd rather die than if I get it, I get it. Like I'm not
It's
gonna
tough.
do all those shots. It's expensive. It's painful.
You
No.
do not want to die of rabies. No, it's a
It was
tough
a
one.
local dog.
Yeah, it was a local dog. Big time local dog, bro.
It's the
Big
most
time, bro.
Oh, man, he's from around here.
He was a local.
And finally, let's take it over locally to Chattanooga, Tennessee, where it won't be just raccoons stealing your booze when you're not looking. How about some roughnecks, rednecks, hillbillies, maybe coming in and lifting your entire driveway off the property,
Damn.
like happened in Chattanooga recently? Realtor Paige
I was
Patton.
gonna say, well, is this? You could have just said this is raccoon news until now.
Yeah, no, it's all of Appalachia, which has a lot of raccoons, it turns out, and then also construction equipment, because Realtor Paige Batten was contacted by a prospective buyer for one of her flip homes she bought in October 2024. The buyer asked about when the driveway would be finished on one of her properties that they wanted to put an offer on, and then Paige said, "Well, it had a couple cracks, but we're not planning on redoing it." And then the buyer texted, We must not be at the right property with this picture of, you see the driveway completely stolen out of the home's lot there.
What are you gonna do with the driveway?
You're gonna sell it for parts. So neighbors told Local 3 News it was apparently a nice polished stone driveway, big pieces.
Okay.
Big pieces of stone on there. Neighbors told Local 3 News that they had seen 3 trucks arrive at the address and remove the stones from 9 to 11 a.m. on Friday, November 14th, and assumed the work had been scheduled to be carried out. Not that 2 trucks, a dump truck, and a backhoe drove off celebrating with beers, but that's actually what happened because it's fucking Appalachia. Yeah.
Hi, Danny. What are you doing today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I know that realtor don't live there. I know
works-
she don't live there, bro. That house been on the market since October 2024, brother.
Thinking about
Nobody's there, dude.
I drive by it every day. Every day on my way to the job.
This is the big heist.
Yeah, so they fucking broke up her driveway and stole it and sold it.
Stealing rocks is the lowest.
Stealing rocks, bro.
It's so dumb too. The ROI on it is so dumb.
You know how funny the movie would be about this heist?
Yeah.
The guys working their way up to it. And
I would, but I hurt myself stealing that driveway.
Those rocks were heavy.
Don't talk to me, honey. You know what I did all day?
My back's never gonna be the same.
Out there stealing rocks for you.
Would you bring any of it home?
where's the blueprints?
Where's my driveway? I had to sell it on the black market because they're looking for the rocks. Yeah, anyways, they're looking for the fucking rocks, but I doubt they're going to
The thing about rocks is they can't go that far, dude. You know what I mean? Like
Pat and I just did a Florida man about a guy who stole a rock and he just put it on like Facebook Marketplace and then they just showed up and took the rock back.
I mean, it's such an endeavor. So much specialized equipment, you know?
I'm pretty sure because I had to look up her picture. I had not seen anything else about Paige Bratton getting her driveway back.
Dude, stealing rocks is a curse. They're going to be cursed.
I think that these dudes.
I knew we should. I knew we should have chained down the driveway. I knew it.
Oh wait, hold on. Update. Turns out to be a scam. Local contractor out thousands of dollars. Yeah. So it was a contractor trying to scam it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it better the first way.
Wrong address.
I stole that rock and had some horrible luck. And then when Wes and I drove it back on my birthday, the queen died en route for me returning it.
Yeah, and
Queen
then I lost
died.
I lost like $1,000 bet as soon as you.
Oh, it was in the car. Like in the car, you lost $1,000 and the queen died.
So what it turned out to be on this, and I'm glad we did it the first way when we didn't know this. But here's the long and the short of it. These guys did one of these scams that we've covered on this show before, where they text you and say like, "Hey, you want me to do this job for super cheap?" And then you're like, "No," and they're like, "Yeah, but it's your property on this place," and you're like, "Yeah," and then they go and do it, and then they try to charge you for it. So eventually, the people who took her rocks tried to contact her. But she had already like gone to the press and the police. And
one final note on the category of video, like the stolen valor type video. There's a great category of video of contractors who tear up jobs when they're not getting paid. Have you guys seen this?
Yes.
Like the
Yes, they
customer.
go back to like the bathroom in the house and like smash up the bathtub and stuff.
Or rip out the deck. It's awesome.
I gotta check
so
that
good.
out.
Yeah.
It's for you, Wes. That's why.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that's what I'm doing tonight.
I have seen it.
Yeah. Well, tensions get high on the job. But that's a show. Thank you so much for listening, supporting the pod. Remember, if you want to support the pod even more, join our community, patreon.com/hardfactor. Get over there. We'll say it at the top of the pod soon, but trivia next Friday, December 12th, like we said, Friday night. But most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking day.
The cream of the crop!